What a great day for building roadside bombs.
I would stay inside.
Why?
90% chance of steel rain.
How did you know?
I have my sources.
Don't sweat, dude. We're pounding those SOBs this morning before you even get close. See you later.
Whenever you use email, IM, or other unsecured digital communication, someone else is always listening.
Not acceptable, soldier.
What? Do you have any idea what I had to do to bring this here, sir?
This is not certified net-worthy. If you had planned for making it net-worthy before you built it, you wouldn't have this problem, now would you?
No, sir. What now, sir?
What do you think? Making sure that your system can be seamlessly added to the land war net starts with the first line of code. Don't make a round plug that needs to fit into a square socket. Hey, Collins, the Army Web Risk Assessment Group found some of your personal information on the web. You'd better take it down.
Lighten up, Sarge. I'm just letting my friends and family know what's up. It's a really small blog. Who's gonna notice?
Enjoy your new car, Mr. Collins. Where do you want the LCD TV shipped, Mr. Collins? I'm sure your hunting club will enjoy these high-powered rifles, Mr. Collins.
What do they mean? I have a credit score of 3?
Guard your personally identifying information closely. There are people out there whose full-time job is to find it. Are you ready for deployment, soldier?
Yes, Sergeant.
You have your gear.
Packed and ready to go, Sergeant.
You have your orders?
Right here in my pocket, Sergeant. Wouldn't want to lose those.
How about your common access card and PIN?
It's around here somewhere. I have my weapon, though, Sergeant.
Your CAC is the key to the land war net. If this falls into the wrong hands, security, mission success, and lives could be compromised. Keep your card secured, and don't store your PIN where it can be associated with this card.
Come on, soldier. Use some common sense. It's only setting up a firewall.
You know how to tame a horse?
Heck no.
Why not, Sergeant? It's only common sense.
Sergeant Williams, perhaps we have a training opportunity here. It's only common sense when everyone has the opportunity to know it. Make sure you and everyone in your command has the current and appropriate training for IA responsibilities.
I'm going to run some errands, do some shopping, cause some trouble for the Americans. You want to come?
Bring my gun and RPG?
That won't be necessary. Just bring your money.
Coalition hard drives for sale. Get your American thumb drives. Cheap.
Get your American hard drive.
Coalition hard
Coalition hard drive for sale, King Sergeant.
Bet you didn't lose those World Series tickets. Use the same care with storage media. You'd be surprised at what you can find in markets just outside American bases.
Rumor has it you lost your weapon, Kowalski.
Oh, just for a minute, Sergeant. It's right here.
Good thing. Else your bud'd be in a major sling.
You're lucky you didn't know about you losing that hard drive.
That was just a piece of computer equipment. I just would have gotten a slap in the wrist.
Not if Firewall hears of it.
Kowalski! Get in here now!
If you lose your weapon, it might be used against you. If you lose critical data on a thumb or a hard drive, it could be used against everyone. It's all about the information. Keep it secure. Always.
Where'd my screen go? What happened?
Where's my email?
I think we forgot to get our circuits certified. They must have shut us down.
Keep your circuits certified and operational, or they will pull the plug. Hey, Kowalski, did you get those maps with the aid station and field hospital locations over to Battalion?
Yeah, the network was down, so I just put it right on my blog. I should be able to download them from there.
Son, are you crazy? Do you have any idea how many people come on that computer network?
Bombers, today's geography lesson comes courtesy of an American soldier.
Sending classified data over unsecured networks isn't the way to take initiative, but it could be a way of taking down your fellow soldiers. Send data securely. Yes, sir. C-I-A-A-N-R. Roger that.
Hey, Sarge. What's going down? Some special ops with civilian assets?
Nah. Unlike you, they're creating a healthy IA diet.
Huh?
Confidentiality, integrity, availability, authentication, non-repudiation. Maybe you should think of it as the 5 basic cybersecurity food groups.
C-I-A-A-N-R. The easy way to remember how to protect your data. Learn them, use them, stay secure.
Ever since the Americans got good about encryption, hacking into their networks is no fun anymore.
Encrypted data is protected data. Use the latest approved encryption tools and procedures to ensure that your information stays safe.
There was a phishing scheme making the rounds on AKO.
AKO? You're kidding. I hope our soldiers don't fall for it.
Probably not if they read on Cyber Patrol.
What's that, Captain?
It's Army cartoons and articles about cybersecurity. Look.
Wow, those guys look like us.
Yeah, weird, huh?
There are many sources of excellent, reliable IA training and information. Make sure you stay current on IA threats and how to defeat them. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Think of your computer as your own house or car, filled with valuables. When you leave it, lock it. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Free downloads are free passes to trouble. Many of them contain vulnerabilities. Be careful what you put on your computer. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Cybersecurity isn't an inconvenience. It's a necessity, just like breathing. Without it, bad things happen. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Simply erasing a sensitive file doesn't keep it from being recovered by the bad guys. Make sure that you dispose of sensitive files properly. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Don't let your Bluetooth make you sing the blues. Disable all unauthorized Bluetooth and infrared capabilities to protect your communications. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Be a model road warrior. Deploy Army-approved protections on your mobile computer and configure it to allow only one network at a time. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. When on TDY, don't forget your ID, your toothbrush, or to update your DoD antivirus software. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Your CAC is just as important on the road. Make sure all mobile clients are using CAC-enabled logins. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. You don't take quilting lessons to learn how to shoot skeet. Make sure you have the training you need for your job. Consult the IA Training Best Business Practice for guidance. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Sensitive information is the lifeblood of successful Army operations. Always save, encrypt, and secure your information at home and on the road. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Secure networks are there for a reason. What they prevent users from doing is there for a reason. When IA security personnel hear of people circumventing these networks, they get real unreasonable, real fast. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Do you think your computer is safe because all you have on it are databases on cleaning supplies and maintenance schedules? The bad guys are just as happy to hijack your computer to use it against others. Don't be a botnet victim. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Lose something? Embarrassed to report it? Just think how embarrassed you'll be if that lost equipment or data is used against your fellow soldiers. Report all losses immediately so that any potential impact can be dealt with. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. If you're in a position that involves sensitive data, you're on the front lines of cyber warfare. Be on guard as if you were escorting POTUS outside the green zone. Protect your data and help keep your country safe. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Removable media does not mean it's to be removed from your control. Flash drives are easy to drop or be picked up. Keep them secured and the data fully encrypted. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. For you experienced IA warriors, someone's mistake is a training opportunity. Screaming doesn't make the immediate situation better. Correct the action, teach the lesson, ensure understanding. Then make them drop and give you 20. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Information assurance knows no rank. Whether you're a private or a general, you all have equal responsibilities when it comes to keeping the Army's data safe. Your insignia never outranks your cyber responsibilities. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Know your enemy, because they know you. Keep up with all the latest threats and protect information and your computers accordingly. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Your ignorance is the enemy's bliss. What you don't know about information assurance will hurt you. There is never a good reason not to be fully trained. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. The main excuses for not implementing IA policies and procedures are no time and no money. Think about the time and the money it will take to recover from a successful attack. Go ahead now. You choose. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. The Army Golden Master is not our top martial arts expert. It's the Army's fully authorized computer setup. Make sure it's what's on your PC. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Know what is available to you to protect sensitive information. Don't pay for something the Army already owns. Stay on top of available and approved resources to keep your data safe. And if you don't know, ask. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. When it comes to information assurance, you don't need to be the combination of the Lone Ranger and Sergeant Fury. Learn the knowledge and the capabilities of the people around you and use it effectively. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Social engineering is the mind control of cyber warfare. Don't yield to peer pressure to let down your cyber defenses. Stay strong, stay secure, and stay safe. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. YouTube is fun, but it's no place to put video that can be used by the enemy. Anything that shows location, equipment, operations, or tactics is of potential use to the bad guys. Watch what you post so that YouTube doesn't turn into YouBoob. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Make sure that your staff are properly trained. Soldiers will do the right thing if they know what to do. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Army Regulation 25-2. It's not just a book of suggestions, it's the map to IA security. Read it, learn it, live it. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. It's only common sense if the sense is common. Make sure you have the required training and certification for your IA responsibilities. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Is that a thumb drive in your pocket? If you're leaving the base, you need to practice safe cyber. Make sure all data on mobile media is encrypted. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Blogs and email are great ways to stay in touch with the folks back home and with guys with rockets and mortars. Loose keyboards can kill. Watch what you write. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. IAVAs are like scrambled eggs. Neither one gets better with age. Implement all IAVAs ASAP. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. The only thing that kid in the coffee shop likes better than his laptop, skateboard, and triple espresso is what you're writing on your laptop. Watch out for shoulder surfers. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. You fought all year for that application. Don't blow it in the final rounds. If it's not certified networthy, it's going to be out cold. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Phishing schemes want your data. Don't be a sucker. Never reveal personal or Army information to an unknown online source. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Pass along your IA knowledge and experience to friends and family. Help them make sure every link in our national IA defense is a strong one. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Cyber defense begins with you. Keep up with current threats and the technology and procedures it takes to defeat them. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. No matter what the email says, foreign royalty are not relying on your help to save their country, unless you count rebuilding their family fortune with your hard-earned cash. Avoid all unsolicited internet requests for money. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. If that opportunity on the internet seems too good to be true, it is. Getting rich overnight only happens to the people scamming the public. Avoid all get-rich-quick schemes. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. If you think using an effective firewall slows down your work, imagine how much not having one speeds up the bad guys' productivity. Use all your cyber defense options to ensure your data is protected. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Your common access card and your personal identification number should only meet at your computer. Keep your PIN stored separately to avoid having both fall into the wrong hands. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Walking away from an open application is walking into risk. There's a good chance your monitor is being monitored. Don't leave your computer with information left up on the screen. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. Are people getting to know you a little too well? Perform your own web risk assessment on your personal websites, Facebook, and MySpace pages. Remove all personal information that could put you and your family at risk. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. If your friends call you certifiable, make sure that they're right. Stay on top of your IA training and certification. Knowledge translates to security. On Cyber Patrol, IA Tip of the Week. If you have a few years under your belt, be an IA role model. Nothing gives a newbie permission to be lax about IA like seeing senior personnel not take it seriously.
Hello, my fellow terrorists, dissidents, insurgents, and other ne'er-do-wells around the globe. I am the Terrorist of the Year. Perhaps you would like to be Terrorist of the Year, and you're asking yourself, how do I do this? I will tell you. Very simple, one step. Monitor all blogs, emails, and other unsecured social media used by American soldiers. They're sloppy. They always are. They're giving away information, destinations, all sorts of things that you can use to become this year's Terrorist of the Year. So go ahead, start monitoring those blogs, emails, and whatever else they send. You'll find it there, and perhaps you'll unseat me as Terrorist of the Year.
Why give the bad guys an opportunity for fame and fortune? You heard them. They're waiting for you to be careless. Let's not give them the satisfaction. Keep your data secure. I'm Sergeant First Class John Firewall. On Cyber Patrol, or OCP, was stood up in 2006 to use cartoons and articles to help convey the IA message to all Army personnel, civilians, and contractors. Developed and produced by the Army's Office of Information Assurance and Compliance, it is available on the My Security page of Army Knowledge Online in both graphic and video formats. All the OCP material is the property of the U.S. Army and is available to use and disseminate freely with appropriate citations. I strongly encourage you to view it regularly to stay on top of your IA policies and procedures. Also, use it as one of your training tools to keep the principles of sound information assurance and cybersecurity in front of your staffs and commands. Remember, simple, easy-to-understand messages and images get the point across. IA is extremely important to our operations, security, and safety. It's all about the information.
During today's information assurance briefing, General Stateful.
Thanks, Sergeant First Class Firewall. Listen up. I'm General Stateful, and Sergeant First Class Firewall is my IA team leader. Now, if you're an Army officer and think that this on-cyber patrol information is only of use to enlisted or civilian personnel, you better wake up, and fast. Whether you wear stripes or stars, if you touch sensitive data, then information assurance is your personal responsibility. Know your stuff. Keep current, and be an IA champion and mentor. Remember, it's all about the information. Now, let's make it happen. Sergeant First Class Firewall.